Hi guys, so this is my ninth month Red C Max 250 update. So I posted a couple videos on YouTube and I'm continuing on my YouTube videos, not because I get a bunch of hits or a bunch of views. I really don't care. I have a good job. I don't need to make money off YouTube like some people try to do. Anyways, based on the views, I noticed that I get the most views. I only got 95 or something like that for my titled videos on Red C Max 250 updates. I believe there's a lot of people out there that still have or still are buying the older Red C Max 250 with the curved edge. The only two that I know are the curved Red C Max and the Red C Max 250C, which have a like a more of a pointy edge. Anyways, I've noticed myself I drag on too much, so I've actually written notes this time to focus on what I'm gonna talk about. So this video is gonna be for mostly Red C Max 250 people and whoever that reefs have corals and fish are interested in my subject. So my Red C Max 250, the issues that I've noticed with the Red C Max, you definitely need a extra pump. Mine, I got it off secondhand. The guy before me had it for 3 months before I did, and he was doing terrible. Anyways, I think that's the reason why he got rid of it. I got it for a really good price, but most of the equipment in my tank it came with. So I show the older owner my pictures of the tank, and he is absolutely surprised. Not bragging, I think just things went pretty good for me. I did have my ups and downs, as you can see from my previous videos, but I want to help Red C Max 250 owners or people that have all-in-one systems that may take some of my advice. Anyways, I don't want to drag this on too much, so I want to show you guys what I do. So for the Red C Max 250, the thing that I think that is most efficient for me is this mechanical filter system that I just kind of thought about, and I started doing it just to try it, and I believe it has really made my system clean and really good, which is this right here. I got it off Amazon. These are just mechanical filters, and I placed them on my Red C Max 250. Forgive me guys, I'm not a professional photographer or a videographer. I do it ghetto style. So this is what I did. I take those two, and here's my chair, and I place it on my Red C Max 250. I'll pull the skimmer up. One second. Alright, so the mechanical filters go in right next to the skimmer body, One solid piece goes right there, and one piece I've cut a slit down the middle, goes so it could fit around the heater right there, and that's where I place my mechanical filters. That the Red Sea Max 250 has a mechanical filter system within, but I really don't think it's effective. Ever since I put those mechanical filters from Amazon in my so it goes directly right into where the overflow sucks in the water. The filters are right behind there, so all the water that goes right out of the tank goes straight into my mechanical filter system first. So all the poop, all the nasty stuff that comes from the fish goes straight into the mechanical filter system. I clean it out every 3-4 days, sometimes up to a week, and that stuff is nasty. It's brown, you know it's doing its job. So that, I think, is a something that I think I could pass on to other Red Sea Max 250 owners. Those things have really worked. So 9 months. This is my ninth month update. I am very proud to have a bunch of SPS thriving. All my SPS, Acro, Pora, Monty, all my SPS has, as you can see, white tips on them. They are thriving. Most of my stuff, I'm on the budget. I have twin girls, and I need to spend most of my money on my girls. So I buy stuff that are pretty cheap from the LFS or local reefers around in town. So some of the stuff I buy are browned out, and a couple pieces that I have, for example, this one right here, it was just that center piece, and it was super brown when I got it from Vivid Aquarium for $10. This piece right here, it's like a turquoise staghorn kind of thing. It was completely brown. The video is not really picking it up, but now it's picking up that turquoise green color, and it's got growth, as you can see. So that's pretty much tells you how well my 9th month overall 1 year Red Sea Max 250 is doing. I used to test everything on the API test kit, starting from nitrite, ammonia, all that stuff. I don't do any of those anymore. I've done enough nitrite tests, know that my system is stable. I can pretty much tell now by algae growth that if how well my tank is doing, and also polyp extension from my acros show me that my tank, how it's doing. Right now at 9th month, my tank is pretty stable. Please don't get me wrong, I am not bragging. I still don't know shit about this hobby. I watch tons of YouTube videos to learn from other people, and I am still very much a beginner. So, and I'm gonna show you guys what I do. Recently, I had finally decided to test for magnesium. Although I tested for other things, I never tested my magnesium. The reason I did that was because my alkalinity levels were dropping, and so I kind of looked into it, and told myself I bought the magnesium test kit a long time ago, but I never used it, and I finally got into some sense and decided to test my magnesium, and my magnesium levels were at 1130, which is pretty low. The recommended amount by Kent Marine, they like to see around 1280, 1300. So I finally did get my magnesium up to 1300 using Kent Marine. As you can see right there, that's what I use. Like I said, this is my API. These are the only bottles that I use nowadays. Phosphate I hardly use. I just look at my tank and see just observe my tank and see how my corals and if there's any kind of algae growing. I kind of look at that stuff. And I do use the API calcium test kit. Calcium's been pretty stable all along, so don't use that too much. I use the Celifert alkalinity test kit to make sure my alkalinity levels stay around 8 or 9. And I also check my salinity. These are the couple things that I do check. I was vodka dosing for a long time. I was up to 5 mils for a long time, and I kept on dropping it little by little. I'm down to 1 mil now, and I still do test my API nitrate test kit, and I get readings of 0, which is really yellow color on the API test kit. That's pretty much what I test for nowadays. I don't test for other stuff. I hardly test nitrates anymore. I've read that nitrates are kind of good for the tank, so I think I just don't test too much anymore, especially with my busy lifestyle with the kids, and we're 1 year old right now. So one other thing I have been using is Aqua Power. I've been using that for about a month now. I don't really I can't really tell if my corals are growing too much better, because ever since I started using that, I see good polyp extension. One thing I'm very curious about. Sorry guys, excuse me for 1 second. I'm gonna turn my lights off so you guys can get a better view of my tank. 1 sec. I'm gonna do best as I can to hold the phone still. So, one of the latest interests that I have is this browned out strawberry shortcake, which I got for $10. Strawberry shortcake aquaporin corals are known to be pretty expensive. Like I said, with my budget, I bought one for $10.